Hi, my name is Gayatri and I will be your trainer for this session. Hi, and welcome to a quick introduction to Docker. This is lesson 2 where we are going to see Docker and Nginx. If you haven't already seen the previous lesson, I will be linking it in the description below. So please make sure to go ahead and check it out. All right. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to open a terminal window on Mac or your command prompt or PowerShell on Windows, and we're going to execute the command docker run nginx. So you will notice that you're not going to get your command prompt back. That's because Nginx is a web server, and a web server process generally runs as a daemon. So you're not going to get your command prompt back. All right. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to open another terminal window and you're going to execute the command docker ps. Now the docker ps command is going to show you or give you a list of the Docker containers that are running on your Docker daemon. I hope you remember the Docker architecture that we covered in lesson 1. All right. So here we see that there is an Nginx container running and the status is up. So that means it's all good. Our container is running, but we are not yet able to browse this web server container. So what do? Let's go back to our first terminal and let's press Ctrl C to exit the process, and let's execute a command called docker run -P nginx. Again, we're not going to get a prompt back because the web server process is a daemon process, so we're not going to get it back. So let's go back to our second terminal and execute the command docker ps. We're going to see the list of running containers. Again, you're going to see an Nginx container. It's a running container, but this time, if you notice, the ports column looks a little bit different from what we saw previously. Here you're going to see that there is a port on the physical machine that is mapped to port 80 that is running inside the container. Generally, web servers run at port 80. I'm saying generally, not always. All right. So we see that there is a port that's on our host machine which is mapped to port 80 inside the container. Let's try to browse localhost colon and then that port number on our browser. So it's going to be localhost colon 32768 in my case, and I'm going to browse it. Excellent. So we get a welcome to Nginx page, which means that our Nginx web server container is running absolutely fine. So everything looks good. We have successfully launched an Nginx web server container. Excellent. Let's get back to our second terminal and let's execute a command docker exec -ti and copy the string that is under the container ID column. Yeah, when you execute a docker ps, you got a list and there you will see a string under the container ID column. Use that and execute the command docker exec -ti, that ID space and bash. What this is going to do is this is going to help you enter the container in the bash prompt. Excellent. Now let's try to overwrite the index.html, that's the default page that you see, with some content of ours. So we're basically customizing the default page that you're going to see when you browse your Nginx web server container. All right, so here I'm just keeping it very simple, no fancy HTML. I'm just saying echo hello world and overwriting the content of the index.html page. So remember, I'm in the user shared Nginx HTML folder. All right, everything looks good. Let's exit and let's come back to our browser and refresh. Excellent. So we have now successfully overwritten our Nginx default page. All right, very good. Let's come back to our first terminal. And now what we want to do is we want to create an Nginx container, but we also want our prompt to come back. We don't want to be stuck like this. So let's press Ctrl C and exit this process. And let's execute a command that's going to create an Nginx container and ensure that it is running and our prompt is not stuck. All right, so let's execute the command docker run -d, then a -P, and then Nginx. What this is going to do is this is going to create an Nginx container and you're also going to get your prompt back. So basically this is just detaching the process and running it in the background. Very simple, nothing fancy here. You can execute docker ps once again, and you will see that you have an Nginx container running. Excellent. Copy the port that you see over there. Browse localhost colon that port number. In my case, it's 32769. Wonderful, and you should get your default Nginx welcome page. All good. We have now successfully worked with Nginx and Docker. Go ahead and delete your Docker container. So you will execute the command docker rm-f and give the container ID, and you have now deleted your Docker container. One more task that we need to do before we end this session, and that is to see how do we select which port on the host machine is going to be mapped to port 80. How do we do it? We execute a command docker run -d -p, and then we select the port that we want on the host machine, colon the port inside the container, which is 80, and then Nginx. So here I'm choosing 8080 as the port on the host machine. All right. And because of the -d option, I get my command prompt back because it's running in the detached state. That means the process is running in the background. Go ahead and browse your localhost colon 8080. You will get the default welcome page of Nginx, and everything works fine. Go ahead, don't forget to delete your container, docker rm-f, your container ID, and we're all good with Docker and Nginx. If you want to learn more about Docker or any other platform or software, you can always visit our website shri.cc, where we have different lessons for different platforms and software. So the duration for these lessons are different depending on the level of depth that you want. So if you just want to get an idea of the course, we have such sessions for you. If you want to go deeper, you know the basics, you just want to go deeper into it, we have such sessions for you too. So feel free to contact us via our website, which is www.shree.cc, sree.cc. So thank you very much for your time. Hope this quick video gives you an idea or helps you get started or keeps you curious enough to watch the other episodes. See you soon. Bye-bye. If you like this video, don't forget to click that thumbs up button and share this video with your friends. And also click that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you get notified every time we release a new lesson.